Grace and peace be with you. Hi, my name is Mark. I'm the pastor at Sycamore Creek in Potterville. I have a brief thought for you today, and it's from Proverbs chapter 8, verses 22 through 36. I've been working my way through Proverbs pretty slowly, a couple weeks into this, and I really love the wisdom literature of the Bible. And today's passage talks about the relationship between wisdom and creation. And what we find is that wisdom is indispensable to creation. Creation itself is infused with God's wisdom as part of the created order. And if we specifically look at verses 23 through 29 in this passage, they sort of echo the creation account of Genesis chapter 1. And what the writer of Proverbs, Solomon, is making this point is that embedded in creation, part of the created order is wisdom. That's one of the ordering principles of the way that God created us. And the verse that I really want to focus on is verse 30, where it talks about a craftsman. So verse 30 reads, "Then I was the craftsman," this is wisdom, "then I was the craftsman at his side," that's God's side. "I was filled with delight day after day, rejoicing always in God's presence." Filled with delight. Now, that word craftsman, it can be translated as craftsman, the original Hebrew word. It could also be translated as a little child. And I love the idea of wisdom as a little child delighted with the creation. Delighted with the creation. Now, it could be either meaning. It's definitely that wisdom is like a craftsman along with God as part of creation. It also can be that wisdom is delighting in creation. And I'll tell you, wisdom is helpful and it is fun, and I love the reminder that wisdom embedded in creation is a delight. And that when we delight in things, embedded in there is wisdom that helps us to delight in those things. And it's a reminder to us, I think, today that God delights in us, that God delights in His creation, and that when we are guided by God's wisdom, we have a special delight because we are living in the best way that God has embedded in God's creation. My hope and my prayer today is that you would delight in wisdom and in God's creation, and that those two things together would draw you closer to God. Grace and peace be with you.